Hi everyone, welcome to Eden's Secret. Today we are making bath bombs again, and in this container I have 1.2 kilos of bicarb, 12 grams of fragrance oil, 12 grams of carrier oil and 18 grams of witch hazel, all weighed so that every time you make them they are exactly the same. The fragrance I'm using today, which is absolutely delicious, is Crispy Marshmallow Treats from Craftivator. I can assure you it is really strong and really yummy smelling. We're going to be using Just Fairy Fizzies bath bomb mold today, so this is the first Halloween product I've ever made. We've also got 575 grams of citric acid, which is just going in there like so, and just give that a good mix in. And I'm going to be using Embeds today. I'm going to use the red and the black. The black granular is from Embed Colours. In fact, all the links to the colours that I'm using today are in the description box of the video, as usual. So this is what I would call half a batch, because I usually do about 2.4 kilos of bicarb. But it's weird, when you're making a smaller batch, no sooner have you made it than they're all pressed and ready to go, and you're moving on to the next batch. Okay, so I'm going to get my embeds. If you want to see the embed video, click the information card in the top right hand corner of this screen. It's funny because all these years I've been so into metal moulds. I really didn't think plastic moulds were any good, but as I said in the last video, they're fantastic now. They've come on such a lot. I'm thinking maybe the red should come out of the lid, so we'll just pop that one up there, pop the blacks on either side. If I make, well, I will make the embeds again, but I'm thinking if I do, I'm definitely gonna make them smaller, shallower. Loving the smell of this. I have no idea if it's going to discolour, but I thought it probably doesn't matter if it discolours because I'm going to paint it. So obviously it's going to be painted red. So if it discolours, hopefully that won't show, because the red is dark enough to hide any discoloration. There you go. Absolutely simple. Look at the detail on that bath bomb. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Very, very happy with these moulds. Once you've unmoulded your bath bomb, you're okay to move them about as well. You'd think you wouldn't be able to touch them, but you probably won't be able to touch them after they've been trying to dry for half an hour. I wouldn't touch them then, but as soon as they've been unmoulded, you can move them. So yeah, just a little tip for you. It's a big bath bomb, this. Okay, so I just want to do a shout out to Bee's Garden Handcrafted Soaps. I just want to say thank you to you. Thanks so much. Really grateful and very generous of you. Okay, so once we've finished painting all of these, we will do a bath bomb demo in the bath to see how the colours and the art works, because I am actually just learning through all this process and I need to know where exactly to place my embeds so they do what looks best. No matter what, you're always learning when you're making products of any kind. It seems it never ends, but I think I'm through the hard part now. Definitely think one of the benefits to weighing your soap rather than doing it with a cup is it makes the science absolutely perfect every time, or the same every time. I have noticed though, as with soaps, that fragrances can make a little bit of a difference to how long it takes for them to harden up. For instance, the ones I made yesterday with the black raspberry and vanilla, they're actually not that hard. They're hard, but they're not rock hard and dry yet, and the recipe was no different. I mean, it could be the weather, I don't think so, but I definitely noticed for me in the UK the best weather to make bath bombs is not in the summer. And I'll say they're better to make in the cold weather. Why? Not because it's cold outside, but because you've got your heating on inside. And that is what makes all the difference. Same with the soap. The soap and bath bombs really like central heating. I don't know if they really like air conditioning. Maybe someone who's in a hot country can let us know whether it works better for you in the summer or in the winter. So is it better in the summer when you've got your aircon on, or better in the winter when you don't need your air conditioning and it's just nice and warm in the house anyway? And I definitely think storage wise, absolutely no question for me here in the UK, storage is much better in the winter because we've got the central heating on. It's better than hot weather outside, definitely. Just it's the humidity That's what makes all the difference. And it is a massive learning process. Yes, you can, you know, if you want to make a bit of extra cash, you can start making soaps and wax melts and bath bombs and things like that. But it will take you a long time to actually make some decent money, because obviously when you've sold your first order, you want to put that extra cash into buying a new fragrance or a new colour, and it just, you build it up that way, and just it takes a long time. Some people have businesses and they might only have like 10 products, and that really works for them. So yeah, you're not going to get rich doing this unless you're going to turn your business into a proper business with staff and everything like that. But you will eventually be able to make a wage. So it says you're having to go out and stock shelves at the supermarket, and it means that you're at home and able to cater for your family when they come in from work, or the kids go into school in the morning. It's really good for anybody that wants to live in that way, be you a lady or a gentleman. Because I've noticed there seem to be a lot more men getting into this now, and I don't want to leave you out. So any guys that are watching, I just want to say hello and thank you to all of you. I've had lots of messages from you, and I'm grateful for you watching. So this will be the second to last one. Do you know, I see even the cork on the top, look, it literally looks like a real cork. The detail on these is absolutely phenomenal. Excellent moulds. I'm sure there are many good mould, bath bomb mould companies out there. And the other great thing is, like, obviously if you've been watching me a long time, when I make the round bath bombs, until I got the bath bomb press, I had to buy hundreds of moulds so I could store the bath bombs. I don't have to do that anymore since I got the bath bomb press. And these plastic moulds, you just need to buy one of each. So that means we can have lots of different shapes. I'll just show you, they're the ones that we did, sorry. They're the ones that we did yesterday, and I was just testing a colour there. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with blue. And then I've done these ones here. The white ones are candy cane. And then my usual lavender ones, midnight lavender, and then love spell, which I actually call flirtatious. Look how shiny and smooth they are. And I just thought that's because of the weather. The weather's different at this time of year. The leaves are starting to fall off the trees. It's a little bit windy. So we've had the heating on a little bit, and I just think it's made a huge difference. Anyway, I think I've said enough about that, haven't I? I thought you might want to know how to clean the moulds. And literally all I do is I just rinse them with water. Dead simple. So simple. Don't need any washing up liquid or anything. And then I just pop them on the side to dry on their own. Give them a polish up once they're dry, and then they're ready to go again. Okay, so I used the radish mica, and it was just too pink. So what I did was I've dissolved some acid red 18, which you can see here. Then I mixed that with the radish mica and painted that on, and this is the result here. But I still think it's a little bit pink looking, so I'm doing away with the mica, and I'm just going to try this and see what happens by just using the acid red 18. Now obviously it has to be a colour that is going to dissolve in the bath, and it's not going to, you know, it has to be a proper water-based liquid dye that's going to work basically. So obviously there's mica underneath that I'm painting on, but actually that looks a lot better already, just painting that on the top. So that's what we're going to go with. I'm now wondering whether I should do an undercoat of mica, but I'm not gonna, because I can always do that after the first coat if it doesn't work the way I want it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the red on last, and I'm going to start with the label. Which isn't going to show too much colour at all. Just an ever so pinky, pearly effect. I just hope this red turns out the way I want it to. And the red I got is actually from Aurora Dyes. I don't know whether to paint. No, I'm not going to paint my skull. Obviously I'm going to need some to pick out the eyes and everything on my skull as well, aren't I? Then I'm just going to use the same brush for the cork on the top. The only thing is I don't have any like black mica, but I have got black oxide. Obviously just thinking about the eyes on the skull. Right, see if this is too early to start doing the lettering. You want a very fine brush to do your lettering with. So it really is quite beautiful, that bronze mica, isn't it? So the other good thing about fairy Fizzies moulds. Even though they're coming from the States, the shipping isn't that bad. It's about 20 something pounds, which I think is really good, because usually USA ship, well, $23 actually. Usually shipping from the States is very, very expensive, and I don't know why it is that coming this way over it's more expensive than going from here to there. Can never understand that, but it is what it is. Okay, so now let us paint some of that red on. See how we go. Scared. I'm scared because it's just something I haven't done before. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh wow. I think it might dry a little bit more orange though, because obviously I've made embeds with this, and the embeds weren't actually bright red, they were more of a rusty orangey red, but this is looking awesome. Well, you saw the embeds because that's what I actually put inside of these. Thinking I might, no, I was going to say I think I might need a smaller brush, but we'll be okay. That's great. I think these are going to be so beautiful. With this type of paint, just try not to get it on your hands, because it does, when it's very concentrated, it will stain just by putting the paint on your fingers. It's totally different dissolving it in a full bath of water. And obviously it will come off with a little bit of elbow grease when it's on your skin. I was going to wear gloves, but I just think it'll be a little bit too difficult to be delicate and hit that detail if I do put gloves on. Wow, that is absolutely brilliant, that colour. Obviously, because it's not mica, you don't get that gorgeous pearlescent effect, but I guess you don't need it when it's supposed to be blood. I feel like it's so much red though. And I guess you just need to be careful with where your fingers are holding the bath bomb, not to touch any of the red, because that red is gonna stain parts of the bath bomb. If you touch the red and then touch the label, you're going to get red on the label. So we've got a lot of rubbing alcohol in here. And as you can see underneath, I've actually put a towel, an old towel down as well, because I don't want to stain my worktop, my lovely new white pristine worktop. So I suppose the ideal thing would have been, instead of painting it with this colour, would have been to actually make the bath bomb with the red 18, the whole thing, and then I wouldn't have even have needed to paint this red on. So perhaps next time I make these, which will probably be next Halloween, because time is running out now. If you wanted to buy any of the Halloween bath bombs that I've made, you're going to need to get cracking to get them to you in time. Because as I'm painting this, it's actually the 8th already. But that still means we've got 3 weeks, so I could end up doing another batch actually, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to bother with the black. I think I'll just use the bronze. Now instead of putting this on there, because I don't want to spoil the back of this bath bomb, I'm just going to turn that over and then place it down like that. Where's my little brush for my eyes? I'll just use that bronze for the eyes instead. Do we have a nose? I can't actually see one. Is there a mouth? Can't see one. Oh, it looks like a monkey instead of a skull. So I might not paint the mouth on the next one. So that's it. Basically, really happy with that. Okay my friends, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to tune in soon, probably not tomorrow but the next day, for another video from Eden's Secret. Bye bye for now.